and Ian, a British couple who've given up work, left the UK, given away their possessions, and have now for the past 3 years been on a full life van tour.
So come and join us and see how Christian faith and van life work together.
In Thasos.
In Thasos at the moment.
On a wing and a prayer.
We've come round, just round that corner there was where that little plungy pool thing was, and now things have settled down a little bit, so we've come round a little bit further around the island. There's a beautiful beach down there. The sun's not shining enough, and we've come down that road and then back up here. And it's the only place on the island that they've got a sign to tell you that it's a 1 in 10. So that's up here. Problem with our Frankie baby is, oh, there's another sign there, 1 in 10. The only problem is, if you want to know what 1 in 10 looks like, that's it there. Yeah, the only problem is that our brakes are not too clever. Don't know what the heck's going on there. But the handbrake's a total waste of time.
We are going to the monastery of Michael the Archangel, and it's an 18th century monastery, and like most monasteries have monks in them, this monastery is totally nuns. So I have to dress particularly. I've got to wear a long skirt.
She's no priest. No.
You're not allowed to wear trousers, so I've got a long skirt on, and I have to have my head covered, so I've got my running thing on. Ian can wear what he likes so long as his knees aren't showing.
Need prayer for that.
So it does say that you can't photograph. We think that's just in the sanctuary itself, because there is a beautiful viewing point here, and we've come in the evening because the sunset is supposed to be spectacular. Only problem is, listen, it's raining. It's the sound of rain on the roof and it's full of clouds. So
you know what they say about cameras, don't you?
What?
Well, they're not allowed in. None.
Stop it. He's been watching Peter Kay before he goes in.
I know, we've got to find Sister Sled.
Oh, he's very disrespectful. We've just had a good walk round the monastery.
That was quick.
It was quite quick, to be honest.
Most of it isn't actually open, or you're not allowed around certain places. So, yeah, but it was very nice.
It was. Because it's a working monastery, there are like big barred gates that nobody goes past. But the nuns that we met were really nice, weren't they?
They were.
Very jovial. And they gave me a piece of Turkish delight. So that even nicer in my books. The gardens were beautifully well tended, and the views were beautiful as well. So I bought myself a book explaining all about the place, and apparently this guy called Luke ran away from life and hid in the mountains here just to be close to God. And after 17 years of being close with God, apparently the Archangel Michael appeared to him, struck a rock, and holy water came from it. And he said to Luke, build a church, but in 3 years you're going to die. So obviously he had to build the church pretty quick, and he built the church, and 3 years later he died. But people started to take the water and were healed, so it became a really important place for the Catholics of the island and people visiting. Now, the naughty Turks came over and defiled the waters and polluted them, and so the water stopped miraculously, and then it went down underground and it came out in that cave. Now, I wanted to have a walk to the cave. It's about a 2-hour walk, I didn't know the history then, but apparently in this cave, the healing waters have re-sprung.
Amazing.
If you can't walk all the way down there and back, though, you can purchase it from the gift shop for €250.
And it's very clear.
But lovely, lovely nuns, beautiful gardens, lovely scenery.
They're all right, but I don't know, it just gets me places like this. They're so full of superstition and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, take your eyes off man and look to God. So this is the picture of the Archangel and Luke in the cave, and this is the design of a lot of the stuff that was in there. Lots of what would you call them?
Tag.
No, significant religious icons to the Catholics.
Yeah.
To the Catholics.
Right.
But always remember, God is number one.
I think about us calling. I think about us falling through the dark night and through time towards the light when you be mine.
This is the amazing place we slept at last night. So we just pulled in off the main road and there was a car here, and we asked would it be okay to sleep the night, and they said yep, no problem. So we have slept to the sound of the water. But I've learnt something in my old age, and I'll share that fact with you. Down this end of this little car park is a herd of sheep and goats. Mainly sheep, the farmers there as well, and they have bells around the neck. Now I always thought that sheep would sleep in the night. No. We slept to the tinkling of the bells on the sheep wandering around. And it was beautiful. Up there in the little nest, with the sound of the water and the sound of the sheep. So this morning we're going to take a walk along the road, around that corner, down the hill, over there, and if you can see the far end, there's a path, like a sandy coloured path. We're going to hike down there and over to that archaeological quarry. We're at the archaeological site, and these were different temples, and over there there's caves of worship as well. So we've been reading about the archaeological dig, and one of the interesting facts was they had graffiti back in those days, and it's classed as erotic graffiti that have visited the temples carved into the rocks. And I found it. Do you want to see it? Delilah's hiding it. Delilah, move a bit. Go on. Oh, go on. A phallic symbol, which is literally thousands and thousands of years old, that somebody carved into the rock. I don't know. They were naughty even then.
Two of them.
And in such a lovely space as well.
Read to us, sister.
And the sermon for today is: the crystalline Celtic and Dolomite white marble of Thasos was highly regarded by the Greeks and the Romans for its superior aesthetic quality.
Is Is that it? Here endeth this morning's reading.
That was a lot of big words in one sentence.
Pretty unusual landscape though. With these, I mean, they could almost be salt pits, couldn't they? If the water dried up a bit in them. But this is the old quarry. And it definitely made a complete boundary. And the sea coming in. It's an unusual place. So our next journey will be round that peninsula. We'll probably miss the peninsula out and just go, I think the road goes straight on, and we will then end up at a place called Paradise Beach. But, yeah, it's been an interesting find, is this. Got a few bits of architecture on the way that they made the columns and things to look out for. Plenty of information around the place. There she goes. She's up on a walk. Make sure she doesn't fall over. I'll go and catch her up.
Such a lovely morning at the archaeological site. It was really interesting, and it felt like a private viewing. There was only us there. I think it'd be busier in summer. This side of the island feels really different though. I'm not sure if it's because it's just overcast for the last 2 days, or whether it's those great big mountains behind us, but this part of the island definitely feels really different. So whereas before we were looking out across the ocean and you could see everything, this just feels quite hunkered in. Yeah, it's making me feel quite tired and quite squashed in. So we are going down to Paradise Beach, which is apparently the most beautiful beach on the island and has the most magnificent sunsets. Not sure we'll see them because it's really overcast, but we're going to walk down. It's a steep hill, down and back, and yeah, just spend a couple of hours walking. It's 4:30 in the evening on this quite overcast day, but even on an overcast day it's a stunning beach. So you've got the lovely view looking out to the water, and then all of these impressive forests and mountains behind.
And now we've just given the name away.
Oh yeah, we are at
Thasos Beach.
Paradise Beach.
Thasos.
You can see the clouds gathering. It really feels like it should thunder and lightning, and then tomorrow will be a bright day. But we've had a walk down. There's no way we could bring the van down here, but cars obviously do, to bring supplies. There's cats everywhere, lovely little cats. And we're going to take a walk to the other side of the beach and back.
This mist, as you can see there, has actually been on the beach, coming and going virtually all day. Really weird. And if you have a look on the horizon, that is also mist. And it's really strange. I need to show you this bit because it really is freaky. But anyway, found this little beach and a place where Delilah could get some peace and quiet and a little bit of shade. The sea been a little bit cold today, so we kind of paddled a bit, but that was about it. But this mist is really freaky. Let me show you on the top of this hill. There you go. You can see a little bit of the island, and this mist just comes right over. And where I took the picture before, about 5 minutes ago, it's all cleared again now. Now you can see the mountains at the top. So this will roll in. So that's going to roll in, and when it rolls in, it all goes a bit misty, and then it clears again. So, very strange. Anyway, we're heading back now, and let's get a cup of tea.
I see a little silhouette of a man. I've not gone crazy. This is the other side of van life. So yes, we're in beautiful Thasos, but we've made some blunders. One is we've spent 2 days under trees and we have no solar for 2 reasons. One is the lack of light coming through the trees, but the other one is the amount of sap that's falling off the pine forests onto the solar panel. So let me show you what's happening tonight in the van. Mr. Ray over there is editing the vlog from the Jackery because we've no electricity, and it's doing okay. Luckily today we have a solar light, and for some reason Ian chose to take it down to the beach. So thank you, Ian. Big round of applause.
Well, it is. The problem is that we've also had that mist as well.
I've forgotten to say that.
Mist has caused a problem.
It has indeed. And then we have problem number 2. We were overconfident with our gas. So I am trying to cook the tea, and this is the full gas flame that I've got, that flicker. So I'm trying to cook prawn curry because prawns don't take long to cook. And this is coconut rice, which is taking a while to cook. So we may just have prawn curry and dip bread in it, and then I'll turn the coconut rice into rice pudding tomorrow. So there's always 2 sides. You can't even see Delilah, she's down there on the floor. There's always 2 sides to van life, and this is showing you real van life. We ended up with prawn curry with a slice of bread to dip in, and a side order of crisps. Because what I had failed to remember was we need gas to keep the fridge and freezer running, and yeah, we've got stuff in there. So there was no rice. It did not cook in time. Bon appetit for our lovely Friday night dinner. Glad the Bambinos are not coming.
This is reported as being one of the most important houses on the whole of the island, because from here all the exports used to stay in this house before they left. So there was oil, olive oil, there was all sorts of different things. I'll get a picture of the sign and what it says. But it's now turned into a folklore museum. Still one of the big attractions of the area. Fortunately, it's actually shut at the moment, but I'll put a little photograph on so that you can read what it actually says about it. So a new day starts.
It sounded really dramatic, like David Attenborough.
Did you like that one? How can you take it serious when she's huffing and puffing like something crazy?
That's the dog, not me.
Yeah. Don't be sure. There's a long climb up here.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say
Yes.
I feel so very, very blessed, and I'm always grateful for what we have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Another day, who knows what's in store.